high and to the left. Here comes the TC-135. Well, keep your eye on the aircraft as we expect him now to make the left-hand turn. And he's making the turn right under the bases of the clouds there. He should continue that left-hand turn. You'll be able to see the aircraft for a little bit longer as they make their way back out of the area. But before we move on to the next step of our program, I wanted to ask you a question. How many of you think the C-135...
Since 1947, American airmen have been breaking barriers, airspace, and cyberspace. If you ever wonder where those missions hide, ladies and gentlemen, here is your answer.
The jet that initially owned the skies over Southeast Asia helped to save lives of U.S. At race level, it speeds above 335 miles an hour. They can dive at speeds over 380. In fact, the T-28 can outperform most World War II fighters at low altitude. Keep your eyes on them, high and to the left, smoke on. Here is Chip and Robbie. Watch closely here, folks. You can see both there.
Why not look like that phone? What? It did. Just because I'm that.
The watch is very complicated maneuver right here, ladies and gentlemen. In formation and the loop. Oh, way out. This is rehearsal day for our air show this weekend. Part of our requirements are to make sure that we have the ability to get to any place in the aerobatic box area within a minute. So what we simulated for you out in front there, the two T-28 Trojans from Trojan Flyers, stopped, and we simulated that they had a fuel leak and a fire. You see our emergency response crews expertly on scene in way less than a minute. So our simulation there is part of our requirements to make sure that we can keep all of our performers and each and every one of you safe during the entire air show. So how about a huge round of applause for all of our first responders and their expert response to our safety drill here on Friday rehearsal day.
Air Force Academy. It is my privilege to narrate for you a precision free fall parachute demonstration brought to you by your United States Air Force parachute team, the Wings of Blue. The aircraft being used today in today's demonstration is the mighty de Havilland UB-18B Twin Otter, call sign Congo 64, piloted by Captain Jake Boland and Lieutenant Colonel Nick Barrett. The drop zone control officer for today's demonstration is Master Sergeant Jesse Walsh from Grand Rapids, Michigan, over. And there they go. Jumpers have exited the aircraft and are accelerating towards the ground at speeds in excess of 120 miles per hour. The jumpers are maneuvering their bodies to maintain visual contact with the lowest jumper, who will signal when it is time to deploy their cannons. At this time, all jumpers have successfully deployed their main parachutes. They will now perform a controllability check, ensuring the canopy is safe to fly, before setting up a precision landing in the target area. Now headed to drop zone from San Antonio, Texas, with 738 jumps, bring in the Marine Corps flag. Put your hands together for Zach Hoopard. Coming in hot from Charlotte, North Carolina, with 737 jumps, carrying the Navy flag. Let's make some noise for Cole Villegas. Next up, from Bakerville, California, with 728 jumps, displaying the Air Force flag. Let's hear it for Steve Davis. Over 850 jumps to his name, flying under a Space Force canopy and jumping the Space Force flag. Give a warm Nebraska welcome to our jump master, Technical Sergeant Nicholas Meyer. He's dedicating his jump today to the Meyer and Sinner family. Ladies and gentlemen, in an aerial salute to our nation's heroes, our next jumper will be landing the American flag. Rounding things out from Denver, Colorado with 734 jumps for Damon Robb. Rounding out the pack, put your hands together for yet another hometown hero, Lieutenant Colonel Josh McCrary from Gretna, Nebraska. He is a former RC-135 pilot with over 1,100 combat hours, 7,000 total flying hours, and over 1